Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to do 2.2. We've already finished 2.1. We know we've got it done correctly, so all we do is we go into our OneDrive, go into our period 6, open up our 2.1, and you see we've got this all done. Now, the very first thing that you're going to do is go File, Save As, and we're going to call this 2.2, and we're going to make sure that we put it into our 6 period folder. Click Save. Okay, now we're going to add our next tasks. Okay, you can see we got task 11, but we have to go through 20. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead, copy this, come down here, so we know what we're doing. So now we've got part 1 already done. Now we're ready to start in part 2 with task number 11. Task number 11 is we're going to insert a table with 3 columns and 10 rows. You go to Insert, Table, click on Insert Table. We're going to make 3 columns and 10 rows. Click OK. It makes it for you. Then we're going to label the top 3 columns task, grade, date completed. And we're going to align them in the center. So what we do is we highlight that row, come back to our Home tab, remember how we center things, and that's how we do it. The next one, you're going to insert a screenshot of your Skyward. If you don't have your Skyward, you're going to have to get it and insert a picture of your Skyward grades. I need to see your name and all of your grades. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste that 3 times. What I'm going to do is quite simply come up here to case change, uppercase. The second one is all lowercase, and the third one capitalizing each word. Simple, correct? Now on to number 14. 14 is page numbers. Bottom, left corner. Okay, this one is kind of simple but a little tricky. Insert, page numbers, bottom left. Now notice how this turns foggy, and you see this down here? Do not click down there. Click right here in the gray spot. And if you notice as I scroll down, you're not going to see it, but when we actually go into the view of the page, it will be there, I promise. Moving on to number 15. We're going to have a screenshot of Mr. Cash's class. Paste that one in simply. Then you're ready to move on to number 16. 16 is a hyperlink to my class, so this one's a little tricky. We're going to type in Mr. Cash Canvas. And what we're going to do is we're going to hyperlink Mr. Cash Canvas to take us to the right place. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to highlight this with our mouse, and what we're going to come back and we're going to go to our dashboard. We're going to click on the hyperlink right here, and we're going to copy the hyperlink or the URL. We're going to come back here and we're going to insert a link. Okay, now we're ready to go on to task number 17, which is inserting a symbol. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to type in minus 23 degrees. Well, how do we put in the degree symbol? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Insert, and we are going to go to Symbol. Come over here to Symbol, and you're going to find the degree sign, which is right here. Now you're going to notice that there's a bunch of other symbols that you can use, but this is all we have to do for this particular one here. 23 degrees, make sure the mouse is there, and we put the symbol in right like that. Ready to move on to number 18. 18 is show a snip of this document in your OneDrive. It must be correct folder and updated. So you just go back to your OneDrive, go to period 6 Tech Tools. You see this is 2.2 a few seconds ago. We're going to take a screenshot of that. You know how to do this. We've been doing this for the entire quarter. Come back to your Control V to paste. Ready to go on to number 19. Number 19 says, using the dictation feature in Word 365, dictate the first 2 sentences in the Wikipedia article on Lewis and Clark. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to Lewis and Clark Wikipedia. Click on this, it's the Wikipedia, and I'm going to pull this down so I can show you what I'm going to do. Go to half screen, I'm going to click right here, I'm going to go to my Home tab, I'm going to go to the Dictate feature, click Dictate. The Lewis Clark The Lewis and Clark expedition from August 31st, 1803 to September 25th, 1806, also known as the Corps of Discovery Expedition, was a United States expedition to cross the newly acquired western portion of the country after the Louisiana Purchase period. The Corps of Discovery was a select group of U.S. Army and civilian volunteers under the command of Captain Meriwether Lewis and his close friend, Second Lieutenant William Clark, period. Then you just hit stop, and you can see that it typed it all out. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, now you're ready to go on to number 20. Number 20 says, copy and paste that into number 20. So that's pretty simple. Control C and Control V. Okay? Now we are going to correct any mistakes. Notice the mistake here. Come up here, open to suggestions, click on that, come here, open suggestions, click 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 here. And that's number 20. Okay? That's it. And then you turn it in. Quite simply, just come back here to your assignments. 2.2. Start the assignment. Office 365. Period 6. 2.2. Attach file. Submit. Click OK. And you are done.